Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy, and I'm back at it again. Today I'm playing this Hog Rider P.E.K.K.A deck with the Mortar. Super solid. I made this deck myself. As you can see, it has a bit of a combination, a little bit of everything. So I'm just gonna hop in any match. As you can see, I'm in the bottom of League 9. I'm just gonna be climbing up to League 10, the next highest league. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely struggled a little bit with League 9, and I've kind of been bouncing around with decks, and that's what led me to create this deck. And I've been up halfway, I think like twice now, and I always tilt all the way back down. And yeah, this first game, we're up against Lava Hound, so Queen's really my only defensive counter here. I don't put it all the way in the back. I just want to run up. So I'm going to use the Mortar to pull opposite lane. I'm going to use the Skeletons to defend. Possibly should have saved for mini P.E.K.K.A, but I think we're going to be fine with the Mortar and the Skeletons kicking in. The Queen ability really come to save the day here. Fireball's going to be super clutch to clean everything up for us. Fireball's a really good card, and I've kind of been pulling away from using Fireball in my HOG decks, but recently I do think that HOG can break through without an Earthquake, so I've gotten more comfortable using my HOG Rider without the Earthquake, and yeah, that's why I put Fireball into this deck. And yeah, this deck is really good against other HOG decks, because you do have the mini P.E.K.K.A and the Mortar Skeleton combos, as well as the Queen to attack. And I do really like the Mortar because I'm really not even looking for the damage output of a building, but I'm really just looking for the building to be healthy, solid, and strong, kind of like a bomb tower. But I feel like Canada just has like too low HP for my liking, so I kind of don't enjoy using too much. I'm just going to bleed the damage a little bit on the left side here. But going to get a very nice defense on the right side against the Slav Hound push, once again using the Queen to advantage. And as you can see, guys, my Queen is level 13. And that's definitely going to have play an impact. As you can see against these pups, it does not one-shot. And also it kills the Lava Hound slower. It's definitely noticeable after some gameplay, but honestly, if somebody told me that this was a level 14 Queen, I would believe them. It doesn't seem like the card is really that bad overall. So yeah, Queen definitely needs a nerf, but we're going to abuse it while we can, even if it's level 13. So here I'm a bit of an awkward cycle. I'm kind of just going to put Hog Rider in the back. I'm going to try to bait out some Barbarians maybe early, or just see if he goes in for a Lava Hound. And I know we're going to pull these out. I know he's not going to Barbarians on top of these. So now I'm going to prediction Barbarians over here. And he doesn't place them, but I do hit tower. And it's pretty much as good as hitting both of them. Because there's not the lane he's going for. So a really big push coming up. And I just really want to get that left tower, because I'm not sure if I can defend this right tower. So I'm going to do this, cycle back to my Fireball, and use my ability just to like try and knock down the Lava Hound as fast as possible, because I knew the miner's coming in. And he does hit my Fire Spirit with those arrows, so super clutch by him, but I am going to get a really nice Fireball here again. Barely clipping some of the pops as well as the Flying Machine, so we're going to get an Archer Queen down. And yeah, guys, as you can see, super close game. Under level Queen, making a little bit of a difference. And as you can see, he's going to predict the whatever, and I'm pretty sure I can defend because he has no heavy spells. So I'm just going to cycle back to my Fireball, and with that, coupled with that log damage, just going to bring the tower down. So that's going to be for the first game. Guys, as you can see, deck is really strong, especially with the Fireball versatility. You could use it a lot to defend, and with the Queen, pretty solid air defense overall, just with a tanky Mortar building. But gonna hop into the next match, guys, and I apologize for being quiet. I am recording late at night, so I do have to be a little bit quiet in the house. And yeah, just gonna go in for a Hog first play. I definitely use Hog as the main offensive potential, I guess, in this deck. I do like to save my Mortar a lot for defense, but as you can see in this match, since there is an Inferno Tower, I am going to go ahead and have to Mortar on offense, just to see what counters he has. Try to Mortar as late as possible to let the Inferno die, and yeah, guy's probably playing, yeah, I'm not surprised that he has Rocket, so we do bait out the Rocket for a positive trade there. I do want to just Fire Spirit, get back to my Hog, because I don't think he's back to Inferno. And right there, guys, I should have probably played Queen on it, because I think mini P.E.K.K.A doesn't get a lot of offensive value by itself as much as the Queen does. And I would say the Queen's worth the one more elixir investment. We do hit that Goblin, guys, but we do get 2 shots, so we are up in damage. And I'm just going to let the Skeletons hit. And as you can see, the cycling is pretty good in this deck. The Queen at the 3-card cycle, and most cards being 4 elixir or less, are very easy to cycle through the deck. Especially in single elixir. So Yeah, he's gonna go with the mortar and see what he plays on this. Maybe an Inferno Tower, and I'll just take the +1 trade as I cycle back to my hog. Yeah, and as you can see, I bait out a Spirit and the Inferno Tower, so I'm just gonna go for a Fire Spirit opposite lane, and he plays well here with this Princess. I am forced to pop the ability, but I pop it kind of late, thinking that what if my queen can take it out, but of course it can't because it's level 13, but I do have a queen alive, and I'm not going to log here. I'm just going to let the queen finish it off and get that remaining value from it, and he does bait out my log here. Well, actually, once I noticed the skeleton, or just gobs go in front, I use skeletons to counter, and I'm going to go mini P.E.K.K.A as late as I can, just to save up elixir. I'm going to eat that Electro Spirit, and just going to hit that deep barrel, and once again, guys, we're off to a really good damage lead in this game. As we hit double elixir, I'm thinking I just need to preserve the lead a little bit, and thinking if he rockets me, I could hog fireball him with a fire spirit, and we shouldn't be too bad. Get the fireball on defense here, and we always get the +1 trades off the Inferno Tower, so it's just important to go for a hog once in a while, just to take your +1 trade. It does a good job with the Princess there. I'm not thinking about it, and I do not catch it. So here I'm thinking I'm gonna go for another fire spirit to bait out, followed by mortar. And he did have a really awkward hand for that fire spirit. So bait out 3 elixir, and he does respond to the mortar still with the Inferno Tower. So we're able to go opposite lane here. See if we can get some damage. I just don't know what his counters are really for this. I do log anyway, just because I was feeling good up from elixir. I log fireball and hit absolutely nothing, and he really just let the hog slide. And the hog did just a ton of damage. So now we're about even on both sides. So as long as I can defend here, not a bad play by me, and I feel like we can. It does get a little bit iffy here, but mortar on defense is just so solid, guys, and it's a really clutch defensive card, so I don't take too much damage, and we do get a massive value fireball, and I'm only going to take 1, or perhaps I actually take 3 golem stabs because the tower is distracted, so well played by him there. We did not fully recover off the sequence where we fireball logged nothing. We're just gonna go in for a hog here, kind of reset, get that Inferno Tower out of cycle, see if we can, you know, get back into elixir lead and start outcycling his defensive counter. I'm thinking about just fireballing this because I don't know really what to do with my elixir. I feel like we get positive trades left and right, but we can't really break through because that is the Inferno Tower. And so yeah, right there, gonna trade with this knight, gonna fire spirit on this, and then mini P.E.K.K.A on the right. And I am going to eat some damage on the left side, but I feel like he's pretty low on elixir, but I know he's going to be able to defend this, but the mini P.E.K.K.A baits out 3 elixir, and the hog connects to the tower, and that's some massive damage. We're back in the damage lead. Unfortunately, does not get the last swing there. I'm just thinking about logging in Princess, because I don't want to have to deal with that, and I know there's another Golem Barrel coming, but I don't think it should be an issue, especially because I'm going to keep applying pressure. Very interesting rocket decision there by him. I guess it does bait out 9. It's a 9 for 9 trade. It's pretty interesting. A little bit of a delay on his end, so I know I'm up a little bit of elixir overall. And a good queen there by me. Doesn't take too much damage by Inferno. And here we have a lot of pressure on the mortar, but the mortar does get 1 shot off and it does splash. And I do predict the Princess. And really good value log here. And I'm perfectly fine fireballing this because I do get tower damage off my logs every time. There's just 23 seconds remaining. And I know he's probably thinking about going for a rocket, so I'm just going to go all in here. And try to apply as much pressure as I can. I see that we're down damage slightly, and I will need a fireball, so I'm just going to go clean pressure, make sure that this hog connects to tower if he decides to rock it. And he does have to go for an Inferno there for that healthy hog, and he's not able to get the rocket in time. So yeah, good game by us. And yeah, guys, as you can see, just really solid matchup overall. I do really like the Fire Spirit in my deck as a 1 elixir cycle card. I feel like whenever I have it in my hand, I always know I can just place it and apply a lot of pressure. It's the best pressure card for 1 elixir. Yeah, as you can see there, I'm just checking if I'm recording because I forget from time to time. Just want to make sure recording my game. So as you can see, we're playing another mortar player, and this is pretty rare, guys. I don't think I've seen a single mortar player this whole season really, and maybe 1 or 2. So we still get the shot because of a good nice log. So he's gonna have the royal delivery, and our queen is level 13, so a lot of times she doesn't get the full damage she needs to, but she also appears weaker. So I'm not really complaining, but so yeah, it's more of a hog with the earthquake there. So kind of surprised by the earthquake, not gonna lie, but I guess we're gonna go ahead and take a shot there. So now I'm thinking I'm back to my mini P.E.K.K.A. Just gonna try and save my mini P.E.K.K.A for his hogs, and then mortar is not too hard to stop on defense. So we're just gonna queen off to the side here and see what he has for this. ready with my log, but he doesn't go in for anything, so I guess a pretty good queen by us. And I do hog opposite lane just about the same time, so we can apply dual lane pressure. I'm going to pop the ability, and he does have the Lord Delivery on us, and I guess I should have expected that play already from him, but regardless, guys, we're just going to try to pull this back for skeletons. I'm really trying to have 4 elixir in my hand in case a hog comes, just so you can see right there. And I switched off really quickly because I was exactly thinking about doing that. And unfortunately, he does get a shot on the left, but that is no inconsequential, I guess, because the left side is higher in health. So we're just going to go in for hog of our own here real soon. And at this point, he has Royal Delivery back in his hand. He does go in for a mortar prematurely, and I don't think he's at 10 here, guys, but maybe he was. I do feel like we should be up elixir, so I am going to allow some shots here, but I'm going to get a very nice trade of plus 3 elixir here, and I do have my queen still alive, and he goes in for another hog rider, and now I'm thinking, okay, I'm up so much elixir, and he goes in for an earthquake, and I know that those super late, and I can just counter with skeletons, and he can't afford the mortar on defense whenever he's on offense, so I think if he keeps using on offense, we should have a pretty good matchup because it's a lot easier for our hog to break through if he cycles his mortar out. So I'm definitely going to keep trying to take advantage of that. I was thinking he was going to hog, and that's why I popped the ability there. And he does hog, but I don't know if he meant to place in that lane, but he gets a shot. But we're just going to go in opposite lane. I know he has mortar. Just trying to put that mini P.E.K.K.A there to kind of maybe get a swing on the mortar, surprisingly. And it does distract to the tower from the hog, so the hog is able to get 2 shots there, super massive for us, doing very good. And really, as you can see with this deck, guys, I take some damage from time to time, a lot of earthquake damage, but really it's about being able to out damage your opponents and just going in for some aggressive hog riders at opportune moments, and not having them defend, outcycling their counters, and going in right as they have their counters. They're a prediction fireball because I'm pretty sure he has a defensive mortar and cycle, and at this point, his tower's so low, I feel good fireball cycling him, and that is why I went for that hog, to kind of force that mortar on defense so that my fireball does get that value, and hog kind of continues to threaten the tower. So here we're kind of a bit low on elixir, but he still gives us a really good fireball because we do outcycle his mortar, and the mortar is going to die because of our defensive mortar, and as well we get a really nice fireball. So really good trade by us. We are a bit low on elixir just because we've been pushing. I am just spamming ability, and I know that if we just do log fireball, we are going to take the tower here. So yeah, it's pretty much going to be it for this game. And guys, just a really solid deck, and honestly I don't feel like I'm playing extremely well, but I just feel like the matchups overall are pretty good with this deck. And yeah, that's going to be it for this game, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright guys, as you can see, we're in the next match, and I'm going to start off with the Fire Spirit here, just to cycle back to kind of to my mortar. I didn't want to kind of see mini P.E.K.K.A on mortar here, and I do see that we get a +1 trade there. I'm going with my hog real quick here, and yes, I know it was pretty low on elixir, and we do get a really nice log. I love it when they split the recruits 4-2. I feel like it's a lot easier to defend. And here, our mortar is going to do a lot of damage onto his Calm Gang. We do have to defend with our Fire Speed here, and the left lane kind of looks a little bit scary, so I am just going to elect a Fireball here. And yeah, luckily I do save my log for those. And pretty even trading on us, we get some good damage. And we're going to let that slide, and right here I'm kind of impressed that he was up to 3 elixir so soon. So I feel like I kind of know his whole deck now, but I feel like he has no good counters in hand for this. He's back to goblins, so we're going to get 2 shots here for the late goblins. And possibly because I don't think he could afford anything else, and I feel like most of his deck consists of 4 elixir cards or more. So yeah, good push by us there. We get the damage back, and we were able to defend with 1 elixir. So he is up a little bit of elixir here, so he's going to apply some pressure. And I know he has the Skelly Barrel card, and it's really annoying. And I keep, guys, ever since the buff of the Goblin Gang, I keep forgetting that the Fire Spirit and all spirits die to 3 shots of the Spear Gobs, and I keep placing them in there. Luckily, these recruits are level 13 because it makes our queen so much better against them. I'm going to mortar aggressively here, and luckily it not only blocks everything, but also takes up to 2 elixir from the bomber guys. And And now I notice the Skelly Builder is under level, so this guy's running a pretty under level deck for everything, but still immense pressure with all the skeletons and golems and stuff, so definitely have to watch out here. And of course he has the Mighty Miner, and that is his 8th card, I'm pretty sure, so at this point I think I know how to counter everything in his deck. I'm going to pop the ability here and pretty much wipe this push clean. And we do have a Queen on counter attack. I definitely want to be using my Mortar a lot on a defense here, just to be absorbing those wall breakers, because they can get really pesky if you don't have a building, as well as the Skelly Barrel, really, because the splash it does on the damage, that death damage is just so much. And really weird rocket by our opponent. I think he was getting a little bit tilted about how strong the Mortar is. But yeah, we're just going to go in for this, and I know we're up a lot of elixir, so I'm going to do a prediction fireball on the game. And he places a Mighty Miner up high for some reason, but luckily our Queen does wipe all the goblins out, and does a lot of damage on the hero there, so once again, really good defense by us, and our prediction log does hit pretty much everything, and I believe our skeletons here are going to actually clean up nicely. And yeah, as you can see, whenever the tower gets to like 800 something, I know it's just going to be 3 or 4 fireballs, so I'm going to hog fireball there, and I'm also going to get a shot, so I just need to cycle back to my next fireball. And I do keep applying pressure with the hogs. And yeah, as you can see, I get a bit scared here just because he spams so heavy, and everything kind of runs in, but the fireball does come down in time. And yeah, just going to go for this game. Really good matchup against a Royal Recruits like log bait deck, I guess. Really just Royal Recruit spam. But yeah, hopping into the next match, as you guys can see, we're like climbing up halfway to Ultimate Champion now, and kind of proud that I made this deck myself, I guess. I usually just use meta decks and don't think about it too much, but I really was finding that like nothing's working, so I'm just looking at my max card, seeing what I could whip up real quick. And yeah, I feel like a mini P.E.K.K.A plus like building combo is just really good on defense, and I didn't really want to use the giant skeleton anymore too much, just because I feel it's a bit heavy, and I can't always just have that 4 elixir tank killer in my deck, and at times I can't use it as I want to. It also does low damage, like not as good against hogs and whatnot, so I just want to have that like last resort mini P.E.K.K.A killer just to get reliable damage to like really minimize the damage we take on our tower regardless of what happens. But yeah, hopping into this next match, we do use a defensive mortar. We're gonna pop the Queen ability as late as possible. Gonna go ahead and distract some skellies. And guys, people think that like the skellies aren't gonna run up, but the skellies always run up, except in this case when the Queen is level 13. And just little interactions like that, guys, remind me that my Queen is under leveled, but shouldn't be too big of an issue, guys, because I mean it's not like it's hard to defend. It's just my Queen doesn't defend perfectly, I guess. But yeah, we're gonna go into HOG in front of this mini P.E.K.K.A just to see what he has for it, and he has minions which are really good, especially in single elixir, and I'm gonna be fireballing them out later in the game for sure. I'm gonna absorb the skeletons, the bandash with the skeletons here. Do get a really nice defense, and once again 3190. That is a familiar number to me. I believe that's like 2 hog shots in a log or something like that. Maybe those are just 2 hog shots, and a really familiar number for some reason, and it's a classic opening for me. I feel like I get up damage a lot in single elixir, just go for hogs at the bridge, and you have such a high chance of starting handing or otherwise just breaking through if the deck is less of a control deck and more of just like a big push deck. So once again, Queen is alive, so I'm just gonna go in for a big push here, try to get the value out of the Queen here. And unfortunately the mini P.E.K.K.A does die, and I go for this fancy fireball here, hit like nothing, but it didn't matter because we were at like 10 elixir when we did that, so we do still have like a lot of elixir to defend here, and it's still looking pretty scary, especially because it's a mortar, not a cannon. But I know that our Queen ability plus our skeletons is literally going to take care of everything. I didn't want to pop the ability too early there, just because everything was going to walk the opposite way, and as well as I wasn't sure if he was going to spell down my Queen one way or another. So I'm going to go for a Fire Spear. Kind of don't want to go hog because I know he has back in his hand, so I'm just going to like mix things up here, go like hog opposite lane, play something unexpected, maybe get a shot. And yeah, so we do get the P.E.K.K.A, and we also get 1 shot, so getting closer to that potential switching lanes. I'm going to put the mini P.E.K.K.A more on the side of the ram. Just going to make sure the ram doesn't get into my tower. The Royal Ghost is the last priority here. Queen ability on the right, we're going to clean everything up. I'm going to Fire Spirit here, really good value Fire Spirit. Minions and supported are really easy to stop with the Fire Spirit. And so yeah, now I know he's not with P.E.K.K.A, and I know I'm just going to log this and get some damage. Fortunately, if that log hit before the wizard there, I believe we would have got one more shot. We are kind of choking on this because I was kind of tilted. So definitely like 3 misplays back to back with the bandit and then the electro wizard on defense, and then this mini P.E.K.K.A was just bad. We do get a really nice fireball of it though, so pretty hyped up. And this mini P.E.K.K.A kind of goes ham at like 0 HP, and we get a really nice mortar up. I'm just gonna queen towards the middle, just because I do want everything to kind of like go ahead towards the middle here. And I'm gonna hog here, just because I know he's really low on elixir, and this little skeleton clutches up, and this mini P.E.K.K.A is doing well. So we're gonna go ahead and log and get the mini P.E.K.K.A on the barbarians. And here I'm just gonna place a really nice fire spirit, and we're gonna eat a little bit of damage, but we're up for so much damage here, guys. I have a 10 elixir, and I do want to just queen and get the P.E.K.K.A low health before it comes up close, before we start spamming like 5 million units at us. Get the P.E.K.K.A like half health here. And because the mini P.E.K.K.A is not that good against his P.E.K.K.A, so yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead fireball log, the E was out, and stall the P.E.K.K.A out. The mortar's been getting quite a lot of damage here, so everything looks kind of scary here, but the fire spirit does stall absolutely everything. And on top of that, we get a great fireball off after that, and full hip queen. I'm gonna pop the ability because I know there's a P.E.K.K.A coming immediately, and as you can see, I do put a hog rider down the middle just so the P.E.K.K.A doesn't hit it, but the P.E.K.K.A does get a swing on it, but regardless, we still get one shot. And as you can see, guys, I just gotta defend this push, and there's 15 seconds left, and I'm gonna go for another middle hog here, just because I know he's gonna be putting stuff at the bridge. Gonna hopefully get another shot here, and we do get the shot, and the fireball's gonna take it down to 75, and that fireball was beautiful, guys. Everything was running back. You guys should go back and rewatch that. That was insane. Fireball of the game there, and just to seal the deal and end the game there. So I'm gonna go in for one more game. Looks like 6 or 7 games away here from finally achieving Ultimate Champion. And yeah, this is the last game of the video. Gonna go for Fire Spirit, cycle back. Really nice opening play once again. Gonna queen left side. I wanted to save my mini P.E.K.K.A just in case there was like a royal what's it called, ghost coming there, so, or a royal giant. So yeah, he doesn't get a really good lightning, and I was actively thinking he could lightning this, so I got a mini P.E.K.K.A, and then I guess I thought, oh, he's about a lightning now, so I got a mini P.E.K.K.A, and of course I put the mini P.E.K.K.A into a lightning. So bad play on us, especially considering that like I was fully expecting that he might play a lightning. Don't know why I didn't play it high, but I guess I would have expected it sooner. But good play by being patient on him. Once again, guys, 3190, familiar number for us. And I'm going to save the ability here and just go in for a mortar, just because I feel like this mortar can get the damage back. And maybe I shouldn't be so confident, just because you never really want to attack and not know if you can get it back. So we're going to get 2 mortar shots here. I am going to stall this out, and we do get the damage back, guys. And mortar does like a surprising amount of damage. I don't even know the damage off the top of my head, but I want to say it does somewhere in like the range of like 350, 400, which kind of seems ridiculous. Must be less than that, because I know it does like fireball damage, but I feel like that was fireball damage from like 2020 when the fireball was like not nerfed like 2 times in damage. But I forget what the fireball used to do. Maybe like 343 is what the fireball used to do. But whatever. So the mortar does like hella damage low key. If you let it lock on for 2 shots. Couple mortar shots, couple hog shots, couple fireballs, and the tower's dead. So we're just going for another mortar here, just because I don't want to go too aggressive into him. Kind of want him to push into me a little bit. And you're going to use this mini P.E.K.K.A here, and we do bait out a lightning here, and of course you can't hit tower with the mini P.E.K.K.A there, so we do get a mortar shot there. That's crazy. I'm going to pop the ability, and really good ability by me there. We do manage to take out the Aura Ghost for 2 elixirs, so now I'm going to go in with the hog. But once again, kind of debating the Fire Spirit, just because I don't want him to get too good of a counter. And what's funny, guys, I was just thinking that he might play Magic Archer, and I can't let him play any Magic Archers at the bridge, and he plays them in the back there, and I'm just like, yay, free fireball. If I was back to hog, I would have hogged now, but I didn't want to cycle back to it, and I'm just going to go for a high offensive mortar. And once again, guys, you're going to see I do really like this high queen against the P.E.K.K.A. Just let the P.E.K.K.A walk up, and you kind of bait out the, just like tempt them early with the lightning. And once again, guys, you can see I need to work on my hogs in the middle, because I always play them too early or something, or otherwise it's like bad, and the P.E.K.K.A gets a shot. But there's a way to do it when the P.E.K.K.A doesn't get a shot, so still a good play though, because otherwise the P.E.K.K.A will just counter. And as you can see there, really nice defense by us, and once again the tower is below 800. The guy just gives up, so yeah, it's gonna be wraps, and really good game for us once again. Yeah, give this deck a try. Drop a like if you liked the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.